Hey guys, so today we're going to do a short 10-minute flow that you can use as kind of a hip and back opener. You don't need much. You can use a towel even if you're at home. It doesn't have to be a yoga mat, but you can just do this in the comfort of your home or after class to help if you have a low back tightness or any kind of hip tightness right now. So you're going to start in child's pose, which is knees wide on the mat, and then let your hips come back towards your heels. Reach your arms out long and then put your forehead on the mat, and we're going to hold this for a total of 1 minute. Make sure as you're sitting here that you're taking big deep breaths in and letting your hips settle towards those heels. Feel your body kind of connect and relax into the mat. "30 more seconds. Go ahead and take a big deep breath in, and then on the breath out, walk your hands towards the right side of your mat, keeping your hips right where they are. You should feel a stretch in the side of kind of your lats and side body. And we're gonna hold this for a total of 1 minute. Make sure you're still taking those big deep breaths in. With each breath out, make sure you feel kind of yourself relax into that side body stretch. About 20 more seconds. Take a big deep breath in, and on the exhale, walk your hands to the left side of the mat, keeping your hips right where they are, and relax your head towards the mat. About 30 more seconds. Big deep breath in, and on the exhale, come back to the center of your mat, and then come up to your hands and knees. So your knees should be right under those hips, hands right under the shoulders. And you're gonna lift your right arm up towards the ceiling, kind of open your chest, and then take it through and under your left arm for thread the needle. Let that shoulder come all the way down and let your ear rest on the mat, and we're gonna hold it for 1 minute. About 30 more seconds. big deep breath in, reach the arm back up, and then bring it down. You're gonna do the exact same thing with our left arm up. You're gonna hold that for a minute as well. About 30 more seconds. Big deep breath in, reach the arm up, set it down. And you're gonna tuck your toes and press back for a downward facing dog. You can bend the knees if it's a little bit intense in the back of your knees or your hamstrings. You're not quite flexible, so just bend those knees and then try and press the heels towards the ground, and then make sure you press your chest towards your thighs, kind of pressing through those hands. Take a big breath in, and then breathe out and press the heels towards the mat. And then take your right leg and reach that up towards the ceiling, keeping the toe flexed. And then bring it all the way through, in between your hands for a big, long lunge. And then move that hand to the inside, so we're kind of in that Spider-Man stretch we do in class a lot. And kind of settle into that hip. We're gonna hold this for a minute. If you're comfortable here, you can stay here. If you are a little more flexible, you can take your forearms down to the ground. About 30 more seconds here. Make sure you still breathe through the stretch. As it gets a little bit more intense, the longer you're here. Take a big breath in, kind of press your hands back up. Tuck that back toe, and then you're going to take that right leg all the way back to a three-legged dog to kind of shake out that hip. Press that leg back down to the ground, and then lift your left leg up and bring that through for the big long lunge. Move the left hand to the inside of the left foot, and then same thing, we're going to stay here about a minute. If you have the flexibility, you can go ahead and take your forearms down to the ground. Less than 30 seconds left. Press back up onto those hands. Tuck that back toe, so the back toe's on your right foot, and then take that left leg back for three-legged dog to reset that hip. Go ahead and set the foot down, and then come back to your hands and knees. Keeping your hips up, so don't let them settle back towards those heels like we did in child's pose. You're gonna keep them nice and high. You're just gonna walk your hands out, and then let your chest settle towards the mat. And for puppy, and you're gonna stay here for about a minute. About 30 more seconds. Big breath in, then on the breath out, slowly come out of that stretch. And then we're gonna go into our backs. So you'll lay flat on the mat. You're gonna bring your heels so that they're kind of close so you can reach them with your hand. And then you're gonna bring your feet together and let your knees fall out to the side. This will open up kind of that hip flexor and hip area, and you're just gonna relax and stay here for about a minute. About 20 more seconds. Slowly help your knees come back together. And then bring your knees in towards your chest for a big hug. You can kind of roll around on your back if it feels good. And then take your arms out to a T, knees at 90 degrees. And you're gonna let your knees fall to the right while keeping both shoulder blades on the ground. And then take your head and let it look towards your left shoulder. About 30 more seconds. Bring your knees back to the center. And then let them fall to the other side and look over your right shoulder. About 30 more seconds. Bring your knees back to the center and back in for one more hug. And go ahead and rock and roll up. So that's it. Should be about 10 minutes long. You can use, a watch or a clock at your house to kind of keep track. Make sure you do hold each thing about a minute long, and then let us know what you like about it, or if there's any other areas that you're having any kind of tightness in, and I can go ahead and make another one for maybe some tight, if we have tight hamstrings or tight shoulders. So let me know what you think.